Hey, this is Reed from Art by Reed, and you are watching The Recap. One of my favorite things about summertime is having the time and opportunity to work on projects around my house and around my yard. And so I've been doing a lot of that in the last month or so. My creative projects and my engagement on social media can take a backseat during this time, but that's just how things go. I've been spending a lot of time recently watching tutorials, Clip Studio Paint, getting familiar with the program and learning the keyboard shortcuts and setting up templates for my various projects. My goal is the more I know ahead of time, the quicker my future projects can go. Now, there is a lot to love about Clip Studio Paint. Some of my favorite features so far include the symmetry and the radial symmetry tool, which when you draw on part of the screen, it will reflect the exact same thing that you're drawing elsewhere, which can save a lot of time. Some of my other favorite features so far are the Close the Gap Fill tool, as well as the Vector Magnet Pen tool, that while you're drawing vector lines, it will kind of automatically connect lines that are close enough to each other. Not to mention the 3D reference models, which are very useful when you're trying to draw anatomically correct figures. These tools that I've mentioned, as well as many other, there's a lot to love about Clip Studio Paint. Now, unfortunately, there have been a few complications as I've been doing my research. First of all, I've learned that my skills as a digital painter has severely atrophied over the years. I mean, I was never amazing at painting, whether it was traditionally or digitally. I also learned that my computer operating system no longer supports the drivers for my drawing tablet. I've been using this drawing tablet, this Wacom Intuos 3, for many years, well over a decade, and it served me well. Using a drawing tablet without the driver is kind of the equivalent of trying to draw with really bulky gloves on. You can do it, but it's not going to turn out the best. So my goal is to get a new one, and ideally, instead of getting a drawing tablet like this one, where you're drawing on it while staring at your monitor up here, instead I want to try getting a drawing screen. In that sort of product, you are looking at the same surface in which you are drawing. Now, that's something I've wanted for a very long time. I just haven't been able to justify spending that amount of money in order to get it. I might start with a cheaper option such as the Huon Canvas 3 or something similar. Earlier this year, I submitted 2 of my poems to a publication called Lyrical Iowa. I just learned about a month ago that one of them was accepted, and so I will be featured in the 2024 publication of that book this coming fall. So that's pretty exciting. In regards to my next book that I am self-publishing, I have a few updates. First of all, I have decided on a book title, which I will reveal in a future video. I have also finished a vast majority of the editing. I just have a little more to do, just polishing it off so it's the absolute best that I can possibly do. I'm also nearly finished with the cover design, though I still have a few tweaks there. For a while, I was really debating how should I handle this book cover design. As an artist, I almost felt obligated, like I needed to design the cover myself, but I've never been satisfied with what I've been able to produce. Like I said before, my digital painting skills are a bit lackluster, and I don't quite have the tools to accomplish that. The cover design that I'm currently going with was designed largely in Canva, using in part their Magic Media AI art generation tool, which I of course customized for my own needs. And in the long term, I'd like to be creating my own cover designs, and a lot of my older works I think need an update anyway. After all, it's important to have cover designs that look both professional and eye-catching. Something I haven't talked about a whole lot yet in this vlog series is my interest in gaming. Not only do I enjoy playing games, but I also like making them. And I've dabbled in all kinds of game creation in the past. I've created icebreakers, activities, print and play games, as well as video games. I've published a handful of print and play games to my website if you are interested, and you can check those out. And although I've messed around with a number of video game concepts, I've never gotten very far with them. I've played around initially with Game Maker on, I think it was Windows, a long time ago. After that, on my previous MacBook computer, I used a program called Stencil, which I really enjoyed. That particular software, its strengths, I think, lie in the fact that it's a kind of drag and drop So you don't have to be super knowledgeable in coding in order to create a really fun game. And so one of my projects among my many others right now is to find a new software that I'm going to use. I tried downloading Stencil again, but I'm running into some issues, and I don't know if it's a software issue or what the problem is. And so I need to continue doing some more research on the best software for my purposes. I already have a first concept for the game I would like to publish, and hopefully I can talk about that more in the future when I have more to talk about. Now, my comic book projects are moving along steadily but slowly. For the most part, I've been again working in Clip Studio Paint, creating templates for those comics. I have been practicing page setup and panel layout. For my comic strip reboot, I've also been working on my website to set up a page where that comic will be hosted and trying to figure out what exactly I want on there. My goal ultimately is to not just publish on my website, but other places where you find webcomics as well. Now, if this is your first time, the recap is a vlog adaptation of my monthly email newsletter, where I share behind-the-scenes content and updates on my various projects. To get this same content in abbreviated format sent directly to your email inbox, you can subscribe in the description of this video. When you subscribe, you will also get access to a new subscriber gift bundle. I've included a free ebook, a print and play game, a stock image, as well as a 50% off coupon on digital products from my web store. And now, if you like what I do here, you want to hear more about it, you want to support me, please consider liking this video, subscribing to my channel, and sharing it with someone that you know. Leave a comment below, let me know what you think, what you'd like to hear more about, and I'll be sure to include that in future videos. That's all I've got today. Thanks for watching. See you next time.